What's going on, my fellow Dons, and welcome to something a little different on this channel. We are going to be making a ranking video based on the 3D Mario games. This will count all 7 of the main installments, including Mario 64 DS, by the way. Any other weird Mario fan-made 3D Mario games won't count either. And by the way, this is my opinion, so don't be mad if most of your favorite games are low or high. Without further ado, let's go! Number 8, Super Mario 3D Land. Really, is anyone else surprised about the worst 3D Mario game ever? Okay, for younger audiences, it's actually a very fun game. I kind of like this game, but if you compare it to the other 3D Mario games, this is just more on the boring side. It plays like 2D Mario, getting shells, going in pipes, and going in what 2D Mario games show, getting flagpoles and star coins. While the concept is really cool, something about this one is just so boring. Even the ending and the extra levels are okay to make it more interesting, but I never found this one very fun out of all these other 3D Mario games. Although this is on the 3DS after all, so you gotta give respect to it, but something just about this is just meh, and I really like it as much. You could give the 3DS a little bit more to do, just saying. Number 7, Super Mario 64 DS. Here's where you might disagree with my list now, but I know a lot of people extremely like this remake. It's basically Mario 64 with added content, but the main problem I feel like I had trouble with this one is the freaking the controls. A lot of people complain about the controls as badly, and I know I'm not a fan of this game. I feel like the extra content was cool, but it's just a little like you don't want to play this game ever again or something. Just give it a little more controls if you make another remake of Mario 64, please. Number 6, Super Mario 3D World. I'm gonna hurt myself for this one because I know a lot of people love this game so much, and it's one of my favorite 3D platformers as well. A really fun game with multiplayer. It's pretty much 3D Land with multiplayer and a lot more content, and this was one of the best Wii U games of all time that people have been demanding for a Switch port. But I know a lot of fans like me, compared to the other 3 Mario games. Now, most levels are open world, which is cool, but I mean, it's like, at least this is somewhat better than 3D Land, at least better controls like Mario 64 DS, but something about this one is just, it's okay, but doing the extra stuff is like, does anyone want to remember that stuff, right? Number 5, Super Mario 64. People are gonna yell at me, but this is my opinion, of course. This 3D Mario game is probably the hardest one for me, honestly, only because I never grew up with this game, and I've never been good at 100%ing this game. I feel like the controls and stuff for playstyle are actually really good, but when you never really played the game before and you're playing for the first time, you're not even gonna know what to do most of the time. And I feel like a lot of people say DS version is better. For me, I would say DS version is better due to the map, but due to controls, I still think this is probably one of the 3D Mario games I'm not the greatest at. So maybe that's why I have it so low again, but still, not my favorite game. Number 4, Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. We're getting into the good 3D Mario games. This one is definitely most fun for a lot of fans, but I put this in the middle to multiple reasons. Some of the missions are pretty difficult. I also give some of them are actually very interesting, and the concept of the 3D concept and the levels are actually kind of satisfying to look at. I know a lot of people complain about we don't talk about the pinball-like game. But I do think this is one of the most interesting 3D platformers, and this is the first one I've ever played on the channel, so I gotta give respect to Mario Sunshine some right, I guess. Number 3, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now the good ones are coming up once again. Galaxy 2 is a game I actually played, and my god, this game was just brilliant. The levels were really cool, the musics were cool, the power-ups were really interesting, and the Prancer Comets and all that other stuff are actually very interesting concepts to this game. I know a lot of people say Galaxy 2 is better than this one in terms of like the gameplay and stuff, but I know some people think this one is lacking of just the same game. I understand, but I still think like the Prancer Comets and the Purple Coins and all that, too much pressure in this game compared to the other Galaxy game, which we'll talk about, of course. Number 2, Super Mario Galaxy 1. Now the one game I grew up with and one of the first Wii games I've ever played growing up. I gotta say, this Wii game is just a miracle. Lots of stuff to do in this game. The purple coins are not that bad, especially at the end, and also not the Prancer comments were not as hard as you think. The galaxies were interesting. A lot of stuff to this game was just so great. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite. Again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but this is my favorite Mario game on the Wii. This is one of my favorites, and my gosh, this game is just so great. Makes me want to play it again, honestly, but who knows? Maybe one day, hopefully, we'll get a Galaxy 3. I hope. And number 1, Super Mario Odyssey. I know I had to put this one as the best one because this 3D Mario game took everything from most of Mario 64. Collecting purple coins feels like 100 coin missions. Collecting moons doesn't take you out of the world. It's like Banjo-Kazooie all over again. And also, the concept of the kingdoms and so much stuff, wearing costumes adds variety to this game. This game is one of the best Switch games, and I remember waiting for this game, and my gosh, it was just a miracle. It was such a great game, and I think later down the line, we are definitely going to see in Mario Odyssey 2. Maybe first, before Breath of the Wild 2. And that's it for this ranking 3D Mario video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want, you know, I can do more videos like this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for another ranking video. Later, folks.